Better watch where you go, bitch.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, what is up, my artist? I'm just in pain. All I have to say is fuck Kyle.
Bloody Honey 2, baby. Here we are.
Sad part is, both these movies are in season 2.
Fucking, the way these are coming out, they might all be in season 2.
Well, no, because season 2 ends soon, but, you know. This is why. I ask why. So much of why. If you want to hear me yell about this movie, it's in the live commentary. I'm not gonna yell in this. Oh no, because my internet, after months of just working fine, just, you know, decided, oh, you're watching this movie? Fuck you, Austin. Yeah, go fuck yourself. So, yeah.
Austin was fuming pissed at this movie. This is the dumb fucking shit that they did for the fucking story of this movie.
I'm gonna be fully honest, I don't even know how this review is gonna be structured. Because we watched a theater rip. Because for some reason it still wasn't on Movies HD as a regular fucking movie. But you know what? I just wanted to get this done, dog. Because I didn't want this fucking looming over me when I'm about to go on vacation and I want to relax. And I can't relax when this movie is just looming over me like a fucking plague. So, you know, that's why I wanted to get this done so fucking quickly. So theater rip it was. Okay? The only exception to a theater rip I will ever take. So, half of this movie we couldn't even fucking hear because it was so terribly goddamn... The audio quality was so fucking terrible. But the parts we did hear, oh, they were fucking terrible. And also, there was this one lady in the theater that just wouldn't fucking stop coughing. Like, take a fucking cough drop. Like, the entire movie, the entire fucking movie. Like, god damn. But, that's besides the point. This movie was fucking terrible. It didn't feel like a sequel whatsoever. I'm actually gonna check something. So if you want to talk about some parts of the movies, because I gotta check something about the actors.
They, in this movie, the plot is mostly about Christopher Robin. It's very weird because it's not like, it's a sequel to the first movie, but it's also weird because they play the first movie on a TV in this movie, which makes like no fucking sense at all. But they act like the first movie is canon.
What makes this worse is, I just checked right now, I just fact checked it. The Christopher Robin actor is different.
Oh god.
Let's see. Let me go back to the first movie and see who he's played by. He's played by Nikolai Leon in the first movie. Oh, this won awards. Hang on.
Oh no.
A Golden Stamos? Oh, see, this is what I love to see. This is what I love to see, Devon. You want to know what they...
Oh, dear god, I just read the plot of the third movie. Oh my god.
Okay, well, we can get to that in a bit. Do you want to know what awards the first movie won?
What?
Well,
What
it
awards?
won Worst Movie of the Year for Golden Stamos. And I've never, in my life, Devin, since like Freddy Got Fingered, I've never seen this level of hatred for a movie. It won 5 Razzie Awards.
Oh
5.
my god. 5.
For Worst Picture, Worst Screen Couple, Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I go into the second movie. The Christopher Robin actor is Scott Chambers in this movie. What the fuck has Scott Chambers been in?
Probably a lot of shit, if I had to imagine.
Oh. Oh, there's so much Asylum. Oh no, Devin.
Can I ask why Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3 has both Christopher Robins listed in the cast, and one of them is called Christopher Robin 2?
What? Nah. Okay. Can I ask what you said the plot was for 3? Before we get into this movie, I'm deadly curious now. Because at this point, we're going to cover it.
I'm trying to fucking go back to what I was on. Hold on.
This movie have fucking stills.
Okay, so the plot, this comes from TVFandom.com. It says, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3 was first announced January 20th, 2024. The movie will feature Rabbit, the Heffalumps, and the Woozles, since they'll be in public domain. It was later announced, keep in mind they said what happened to this character in the first movie. It was later announced that Eeyore will come back from death to have revenge on Pooh and his friends. But the thing is, how's that gonna work? Because they said in the first movie that they ate Eeyore. So how's he gonna come back? If they ate him, is he gonna grow from their shit? Like, what the fuck? How's he gonna come back from death? But see, fucking, yeah, look, characters, Christopher Robin 1, Christopher Robin 2, the new Piglet, the new Winnie the Pooh. What the fuck is going on?
I'm scared, Devin.
The director's name is Rise Frake Waterfield.
Devin, I'm actually terrified now.
So apparently Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3 is going to be coming out after the Poohniverse.
You know why that scares me?
What?
I feel like since that's coming out after Poohniverse, there's gonna be multiverse shit.
Oh god.
And I hope to God that isn't the case.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you what
because
this is gonna go.
This director is deranged. I'm, you know, you call me the real life Jigsaw. This guy has got to be the real life Jigsaw, man. Because you can't tell me these movies aren't torture.
Jesus Christ.
This movie made no sense. Like, it felt like a sequel, but like Devon was saying, if they played the fucking first movie on the TV, and like, it just made no fucking sense to why they would do that.
Yeah.
And at some points they're treating it like a sequel, but at some points not.
Yeah. And they have this whole like story arc of Christopher Robin where he's like going to therapy to try to I guess it's to like try to bring back repressed memories from his childhood. And he has this memory of like, I shit you not, of like his birthday party or something, and they show like a scene of like this really fucked up scene of like him and Tigger playing together after Tigger kills somebody. And then fucking we see this birthday party, and then Christopher Robin's brother, I guess they're playing hide and seek or something, and he goes into the woods, and Christopher Robin goes to find him, and then Christopher Robin watches his brother get abducted into a fucking white van. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, and right before this, I was saying how, oh, Tigger could be Jared Fogle right now. And then we just, we see that. It's like, see these movies, it's like the Megan effect. They listen to the wrong things that I'm saying. And it's predictable. It's so predictable. It's like, it's not even like I'm trying to predict it, man. Like, what?
There was like a whole scene earlier of like Christopher Robin's parents, and fucking the mom was like getting something out of the dishwasher, and she had the knife like sticking straight up in the dishwasher, and Austin made a comment about how somebody could slip and fall and like get impaled with that, and then they used that as a kill later in the movie.
Yeah, like I it's not even like I try, dude. It's like, this happens so much anymore, Devon. Do you realize that? Do you realize this happens so fucking much? It's not like I try. It like, why do they fall for all these cliches, man? I name a cliche and it just fucking happens. It's like I'm fucking, am I Raven?
Oh my
like,
God.
What the fuck is this shit, dude? That's so Austin? Is that what this is now?
Oh, like, that's so Austin. I mean, this movie was so you, but fucking...
It's just so stupid. That's what it was. I feel I'm gonna go back to my conspiracies. I think Kyle's paying. You wanna know why Kyle doesn't have money all the time? He's paying this director to make more torturous fucking movies for me to fucking sit through in pain, dude. I blame Kyle for all my pain. There's just so many portions in this movie, and we find out after like the kid got abducted, it wasn't anything like pedo-ish or anything. It apparently, this is why we don't know if this is even a sequel or not, or whatever, because in the first movie they talked about how the animals were feral, and after Christopher Robin left and everything, and they were mad at Christopher Robin and everything, right? Well, apparently that's not the story in this one, or it is, but it isn't at the same time, because we find out from this janitor that works at the hospital which fucking Christopher Robin saw in that abduction repressed memory, is the van driver that took his brother, and apparently he works for this company that experiments on children and turns them into human animal hybrids. I shit you not, I'm not. You would think I'm just making this up. I'm not. And apparently, not only did he make human fucking animal hybrids, but then they killed the human animal hybrids, who were still kids at the time. Mm-hmm. And those human animal hybrids came back to life. And that somehow turns into Winnie the Pooh is actually Christopher Robin's brother. And
yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know
this
how
was...
I came up with this shit.
I don't know. Like... I mean, at some points, I guess, give it some weird type of originality, but at other points, it's just stupid. Like, I'm just so lost, man. Something that really pissed me off in this movie was Tigger. Tigger pissed me off so goddamn much in this movie because you could tell with what they were trying to do. I feel like what they're trying to do, they're not even really being too original at this point.
Yeah.
They're making Winnie the Pooh Jason Voorhees at this point. That's what they're doing.
They made him like, he's like a hybrid of Jason and Leatherface.
And I think I kind of get some of Michael too.
Yeah. And fucking Owl is basically just fucking Jeepers Creepers.
And then fucking Piglet, I don't know what the fuck Piglet is because he was in this movie maybe for like 1 minute.
He's awesome.
Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
And Tigger was fucking Freddy Krueger.
Which pissed me off. Like, why? Why do this? Like,
they were literally doing like a shot-for-shot like remake of like the Freddy claws and
everything.
The one-liners, and he was saying bitch and shit.
Like, everything was just like, why? See, here's my thing, Devon. Why make a horror movie if you're just gonna sit there and fucking take all these character traits from other iconic fucking horror movie characters? What's the originality in that? I would understand if it's like a parody, because that's actually makes sense. This is just straight up fucking stealing. What was the point of this dog shit? Like, I don't even... It just pissed me off, dude. It really pissed me off. Because after all the fuck shit in this movie, there's so much fuck shit in this movie. So much. Like,
They had scenes where, like, these fucking dumbass people just kept going in the woods for some reason. And they were just all getting fucking massacred in the woods. And then more people would go in the woods, and then the police would go in the woods. And I'm like, why do people keep going in the fucking woods? Like, fucking... Oh my god. And they had, like, Owl... He would, fucking swoop down and, like, grab people exactly like fucking Jeepers Creepers, and this fucking green screen was terrible, by the way.
Yeah.
And there's one scene where this guy he gets out of the shower and sees like all this flesh around his house, and he goes outside and he sees Owl, and Owl like tackles him, and it's shit you not, Owl like fucking vomits acid onto this guy's face and it kills him.
Which this is before we found out that they're like experiments, but at this point we don't know that they're experiments. So we're just like, what the fuck? Like, why does he spit acid?
Yeah, when you watch this movie, the only if you've seen the first movie and then you go into this movie, the only thing you have to go off of is what they said in the first movie, and in this movie, almost nothing of what was established or said in the first movie matters like at all. So the only thing that is the same is fucking Pooh, and that's it.
That's
Even
legit.
He's not the same because his mask is different.
His mask is different. He's got long fucking lanky fucking arms now.
Yeah.
Like I don't even fucking know. His mask was worse somehow in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I know the fucking mask in the first movie was goofy and stupid, but at least it looked like Pooh. Now it just looks like a random bear. Like, the choices that this director has made, it almost makes me terrified. I'm already terrified for any more fucking movies in this series, but like, it makes me terrified for the continuity. Because what the fuck is gonna happen in the third one? Well, actually, you just fucking told me, actually. Well, I'm not even gonna... Yeah, you just fucking told me. Apparently, Eeyore comes back, so the continuity is already fucked there in the fucking plot description. So...
You think the third one's gonna be a mess? Wait until the Poohniverse, where not only Winnie the Pooh characters are gonna be in it, but Bambi, Peter Pan, Pinocchio, and all this other shit.
I'm not even... Here's the thing. I'm not even scared about Bambi, because we've had movies about killer animals before. I mean, shit, Cocaine Bear last year. I mean, it wasn't a slasher, but it was still a killer bear. I am terrified about Peter Pan and fucking Pinocchio, though.
Because Peter Pan is going to have something to do with children. You know it is.
It's going to be so pedo-ish. It's going to be so pedo-ish, dude. And here's the thing. I'm already Pinocchio'd out after, not last year, but fucking 2022. I've been Pinocchio'd out. I don't want to fucking see Pinocchio again. Ever.
Well, you say that you're not afraid of the Bambi movie, but then again, you gotta remember it's these fucking people making it, Austin.
I know, it's probably gonna be stupid, but like...
See, you wouldn't think that Winnie the Pooh would be this stupid, but then they did shit like having Pooh drive a car, so...
Okay,
you don't know what they're gonna do with Bambi. Like,
let me rephrase that.
Drive a train or something.
Let me rephrase this. So, I'm more scared about Pinocchio and Peter Pan. I'm maybe 30% scared for Bambi. But I'm like...
I want to bet that they're gonna make Pinocchio's nose, that's how he's gonna, kill people, is with his nose.
Don't give them ideas. They're still in development. Don't give them ideas.
Let me actually see when these movies are coming out. Because Poohniverse is slated for next year, so these have to come out before Poohniverse.
When is it slated for next year? Is it In the next
It
year?
just says 2020. It says 2025. So the Peter Pan one is going to be called Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare.
That's a terrible title.
Do you want to know the description?
Go ahead.
It says Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare is an upcoming film that reimagines characters created by J.M. Barrie in a horror setting. The plot revolves around Wendy Darling as she sets out to rescue her brother from the clutches of Peter Pan. So it is going to be about kids.
Great.
Oh,
You know,
Jesus Christ.
you know what I'm at least glad about, Devon? They have a good, like, fucking 60 years before they could try to do The Little Mermaid. So it's just...
Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare is rumored to come out October 2024.
Great. You realize Bambi's supposed to come out before that, right?
It's going to be called Bambi the Reckoning. It says Bambi the Reckoning will be in theaters starting October 31st, 2024.
They're all gonna come out in October?
I think so.
There's no fucking... I can't do 3 of these movies in a row.
Hold on, I got fucking Pinocchio horror movie 2024. Let's see.
Please, for the love of God.
It's gonna be called Pinocchio Unstrung.
That's a terrible title.
It's all it says is it's set for 20. It says release late 2024, so they're all coming out later this year.
Bro, they better get at least a little bit delayed. Can you just... You gotta give me a grace period before we watch these movies, man.
I want to see what Bambi the Reckoning is about.
Bro, what is that title? That's gotta be the worst title. That's so generic.
It says, inspired by the animated movie Bambi, it will transform the innocent deer that we know into a absolute killing machine.
Great.
That's all it says. Oh my god.
I'm out of curiosity. I'm just gonna look up what's coming in public domain this year, because I'm scared. What is becoming public domain in 2024? Oh, there's thousands. Oh no.
The Poohniverse movie, it's called Poohniverse Monsters Assemble, and it says it'll be released in 2025. It is a mega crossover event film that will feature characters. These characters include Pooh, Tigger, Rabbit, Owl, Piglet, Pinocchio, Sleeping Beauty, Bambi, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and Mad Hatter. Oh no! I forgot about the Tinkerbell one. Wait, there's gonna be Sleeping Beauty and fucking Mad Hatter? Hold on.
Well, I mean, they could do Alice in Wonderland. That's been in public domain, so...
Okay, fucking Tinkerbell is gonna be in the Neverland Nightmare. What about Sleeping Beauty?
Okay, that makes sense. Neverland, that's whatever, that makes sense.
She's gonna be in it, right? Fucking... There's not much about it. It just says there's a horror retelling of Sleeping Beauty in the works.
Great.
Okay. I'm assuming it would be called Alice in Wonderland, right?
Unless it's like they're just a movie about Mad Hatter. Like, I don't know why.
Oh, jeez. Wait, what? The classic store. Oh, okay, wait, that's a. Wait, is that a re release? Oh, wait, what? Up next is the indie horror. Oh, no. Fucking. Apparently it's gonna be called. It's called Alice in Terrorland. Wait, is that the fucking.
That's the one I have that I'm gonna be reviewing in season 3. So, no, that is not.
Oh, okay. Well, why the fuck is the. Okay, let me look up Mad Hatter then. Let me look up Mad Hatter Universe. Let's see, fucking. It's just bringing up articles about Pooniverse. I'm just curious because if Bambi, Peter Pan, and all that is getting movies, then you would think Mad Hatter would also be getting one. So
I'm so like concerned. What a
I'm
horror
sorry,
movie!
the Mad Hatter had a horror movie in 2021.
What now?
It was a horror drama.
Great.
They put 2024.
You know, I'm curious. What even would be a Sleeping Beauty horror movie? How do you make that horror?
I don't know. She just fucking sleeps the whole time.
Like, I mean, I don't even want to know how they can make that fucked, honestly.
I don't know. Jesus Christ, man. Apparently, they dropped a teaser trailer for the Bambi The Reckoning.
Great.
I don't know, see what this looks like. This isn't even a review anymore at this point.
I mean, I don't even fucking know, man. It's whatever.
Oh, Rotten Tomatoes posted the teaser.
Of course. This is why Rotten Tomatoes is fucking... It's vile. It's a vile fucking site.
Fucking...
You really want to trust the people who fucking rated Big Mouth, 3 seasons of Big Mouth, 100? Yeah, okay.
It has like a bird tied to a tree, and these guys are shooting at it.
Great.
Ew, the logo for it. Bambi just fucking flipped the fucking car. And hold on, I gotta see what Bambi looks like again. Ew, that looks so cursed. It's like Bambi, but yeah, it's like sharp teeth and shit, and like blood all over its mouth.
Great.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so there's a teaser for that. But as far as Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 goes, fucking this shit was not good. And
no,
everybody's saying that this was better than the first one. That's all I
kept
was
seeing. Worse.
people were saying, oh, I went into it thinking it was going to be as bad or worse than the first one, and I came out pleasantly surprised at how good it was.
Fucking terrible.
I was like, where? This is fucking ass. It was so, like, the only part I enjoyed was at the fucking end, which we didn't even get to yet, where fucking Pooh and Tigger just massacre people at this fucking rave.
Well, it's hard to get to it when, you know, there's just so, like, my mind's so jumbled right now. Like, this is just...
what I was able to piece together for this movie, if we're, like, to give it somewhat of a plot here, the movie is basically about Christopher Robin fucking going to therapy to unlock fucking repressed childhood memories, and then eventually after multiple fucking therapy sessions, he does, but they're like blurry, and he can't remember who the fucking driver was that was driving the van, and fucking then he tried to tell everybody about fucking Pooh and all the other creatures, and they thought that he was fucking insane or that he was lying. And then this one guy that got attacked by them somehow fucking survived, even though half of his fucking face got ripped off.
Yeah.
Shit. And he's in the hospital, and Christopher Robin goes to visit him and shit, and the guy, like, writes on the board, he said, oh, you were right, they did this to me, and then he shows him what happened, and then we see the janitor look in the room, and Christopher Robin sees him, and then he has, like, a flashback, and he now knows that it was the janitor that was fucking the abductor. So fucking then there's like these other characters. There's like this girl that Christopher Robin was like dating, and this kid or whatever, but Christopher Robin follows this janitor to his office or whatever the fuck, and fucking he demands the janitor to like tell him what happened to his brother and all this shit, and that's when we get the whole fucking expedition monologue of the janitor explaining the whole thing about how the fucking scientist guy or whatever like paid him to abduct kids or whatever to use for the experiments, and the kids like became animal human hybrids, which is Pooh and everybody else, and fucking he said that eventually he got sick of the experiments and all that, so he decided to burn the house down, and to so that way he could like kill all the fucking results of the experiments and shit, but somehow they fucking survived, and basically tells fucking Christopher Robin that, oh, this is in your hands now. And then he fucking blows his own brains out.
Yeah.
Right in front of Christopher Robin.
Yeah, because why not, you know?
And then, so the rest of the movie after that is Christopher Robin fucking, he wants to like find where Pooh and them are, and this is when Pooh starts going around killing people again.
Which I'm lost as well, by the way, because how does Pooh know where fucking Christopher Robin's family and everybody is and this rave? How the fuck where's the correlation?
I don't know. But Pooh fucking shows up to his family's fucking house and goes in and just fucking slaughters them, and for some reason lets the little girl survive for some reason. I don't know why. And then Christopher Robin gets there, and it was like this whole thing for the rest of the movie of like wherever Pooh and all of them were killing people at, Christopher Robin would get there after they already left So it was like he was like chasing after them, like following their footsteps and shit. And so he sees that his family's dead and he starts crying and shit. And then fucking he tells.
And it transitions to a rave. No, hang on. Nah, we gotta mention this because right after this brutal scene of fucking Christopher Robin acting, if you will, it's not really acting, but he's sitting there and he's so in so much anguish, right? Tell me why it transitions to titties and raves and all this shit, like straight up bare tits and a lot of ass shaking, and yeah, I just don't. I've seen some transitions in my time, so many, and that had to be one of the worst. But yeah, go on.
So basically, I guess he tells his girlfriend what's going on or whatever, and that he's gonna go try to find Pooh and whatever, because I guess he knows that Pooh is his brother, I guess, and fucking so the girlfriend is like watching this kid for some reason, and then Pooh just like shows up there to go after him, and fucking they hide in this fucking tent and they use a car with a camera on it to see where Pooh is. And then Pooh like tries to get them and he gets fucking stuck in the tent and shit, and then they run out of the fucking house, and then the cops are there, and fucking then they send the cop in there, and fucking she gets killed by Pooh because he rips her arm off and then shoves her own arm in her mouth. And there's like a lot of gruesome scenes. Like there's one earlier in the movie where Pooh was like breaking this girl's, like he broke every one of her limbs and shit. And they're like using bear traps and shit. But so fucking then at the rave, like you said, fucking goddamn Pooh shows up there and just starts fucking massacring people that are dancing on the dance floor, and fucking then they all get fucking scared and run away, and fucking one group of them is being chased by Pooh and the other ends up running into Tigger, and fucking that's where we get all the scenes of like Tigger acting like Freddy Krueger and shit. And he starts fucking slicing people with his claws and shit, and fucking Pooh is like chasing people down a fucking hallway, and people are just getting killed left and right, and fucking then this one fucking person hides inside of a fucking incinerator and Pooh like burns him to death and shit. And these fucking dumbass fucking people kept like peeking around corners, and especially this one fucking bitch that for some reason she was like the last one to fucking die out of all the people from the rave. And when this fucking fat chick is getting killed by Tigger, she's just standing there screaming like, no, stop. And Austin's like, you fucking idiot, she's dead, run. And fucking then fucking Christopher Robin ends up getting there, and fucking he runs into Tigger, and him and Tigger start fighting, and he tries to shoot Tigger, and Tigger fucking runs away. And then Christopher Robin just decides to go in the woods, and that's where he runs into Pooh, who fucking has a chainsaw, and fucking...
Because why not?
Sorry if you hear my fucking dog snoring. But fucking, so they're in the fucking woods, and Christopher Robin decides the best course of action is to get a tree branch to try to fight Pooh, who's wielding a chainsaw. And
That makes sense.
somehow Pooh's chainsaw catches on fire and becomes a flaming chainsaw. And then
Stupid shit.
Christopher Robin just starts whooping his ass with the tree branch, and then Pooh fucking knocks him down and shit, and then fucking all of a sudden Pooh just stops because he sees this hole in the ground, and Pooh has this like flashback to like a younger version of himself coming out of that hole. I don't know why that's so significant.
Which is why, like, I think he's kind of like, they're trying to copy fucking Jason in those forms, dude. That's
And
stupid
so
shit.
Pooh is like distracted, and fucking then Christopher Robin tries to talk to him, and Pooh just looks at him, and he doesn't call him Pooh, he calls him by like his brother's name. And fucking he's like, oh, I'm so sorry what happened to you, and I'm sorry that like they did this to you and shit. And then Pooh starts fucking choking him, and then all of a sudden Christopher Robin's girlfriend gets there and tackles Pooh to the ground and has him in a fucking sleeper hold. And then fucking Christopher Robin fucking axes Pooh in the fucking face, and like fucking Tommy Jarvis killing Jason on the Friday the 13th game, and fucking Pooh falls into the fucking hole, and then that was just it, and they fucking walk away, and they go to the cops that just arrive at the fucking last moment, and fucking,
That was it.
then they're like riding in the car, and the little girl is like still alive or whatever, and fucking she throws her teddy bear out of the car, and then she like hugs Christopher Robin, and then it just goes to the credits.
Yeah. And I looked, there was a post-credit scene. No.
Yeah. And but the thing is, so they don't show what happened to Tigger or Owl. They're both still alive. Piglet is still alive somewhere, and you know damn well that they're not fucking killing Pooh off. One, because it's called the Pooh-niverse, and two, because they're making Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, so you know he's not dying. So fucking, which is making me wonder, like, because Christopher Robin is still alive, are they gonna fucking make, like, well, I mean, in the cast it said Christopher Robin 1 and 2, so, like, what in the fuck kind of fucking story are they gonna try to tell next with Christopher Robin? Like, is this gonna be, like, multiple universes of fucking Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey coming together? Like, I don't understand. But nevertheless, that was basically the plot of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. The only entertaining thing for me was just at the rave when Pooh and Tigger started massacring people, because at least it was entertaining, because most of the movie was so fucking boring with all the dialogue scenes and Christopher Robin going to fucking therapy and trying to get these repressed memories and all this shit, and all the fucking long dialogue scenes that there was, dude. And on top of the fact that it was fucking a theater rip and you could barely hear the fucking dialogue too. And there was a lot of fucking, like, just people that were used for a body count in this movie. Like, they ramped up the body count from the last movie, I will say.
It wasn't even good that they ramped up the body count. It was like they ramped it up for no substance.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's honestly my thoughts on this fucking, because we kind of held back on our thoughts in the live commentary because we knew we were doing this. So my full thoughts is that this was not good. Was it better than the first one? I mean, neither one of them is good, but the first one, the first one at least made more sense of why Pooh and them were fucking killing people and why they were so fucking pissed at Christopher Robin. But this, they add the whole stupid plot line of child abduction and experimentation, and it was like they had to make some bullshit up to make a sequel, basically. At least with the first one, it was like they at least tried to play off the original show of like how Christopher Robin was friends with all the animals, and then in that movie it was, oh well, Christopher Robin like left them and that's why they hate him so much. At least that kind of made sense. But I don't know what the fuck this was, having child action and science experiments and fucking suicide and goddamn dancing at raves. I honestly, when it got to that scene where Pooh and Tigger come to the rave, I thought they were about to start busting a move and start dancing or something. Honestly,
at this point, yeah. I mean, we switched from fucking tragic death to titties. I mean, I think we could do anything in this fucking movie. I
honestly thought we were like 5 seconds away of seeing Pooh and Tigger hit the Quan or something. Which honestly, that would have been the best thing in this movie if that would have happened.
You know the scary part, Devon? The even scarier part? There's probably worse than this. Like, I'm willing to bet if we watch... I'm willing to bet so much money that Evil Bong, that franchise, is worse than this. And that scares me, because I know we'll have to cover those at one point.
I don't... See, the Evil Bong, from what I've seen of it, like... at least the first movie, I don't know about the later sequels, but the first movie, like, just everybody is fucking high off their ass all the time and shit. So at least that is, like... everything going on is because people are fucking high and shit, and the bong fucking kills people because it's evil. But this is like they're trying to... the difference is like that is just fucking stupid ass shit for a stupid ass movie, and the difference is this is a fucking stupid ass movie, but this fucking director and shit, they're trying to put like a legitimate fucking reason for why this is happening and trying to have a legitimate like story and explanation of the fucking Winnie the Pooh characters becoming killers, and it's so stupid and completely fucking asinine, but they're trying to treat it like it's a fucking serious fucking story. Because at least Evil Bong, like, it's dumb on purpose, and they acknowledge how stupid it is, but this is, like, trying to be serious.
That's true, I guess. I mean, Fuck, I guess...
I don't understand, man. I don't know. Like, maybe they were fucking smoking the Evil Bong when they came up with this.
I don't know, dog. Like, I'm so...
You know who they should add into the fucking Pooh-niverse? They should add fucking ginger weed in there.
When we get to those, dude, those are gonna be so bad. Like, I'm pretty sure they're worse than the Ginger Dead Man.
The Ginger Dead Man's in... I think the only... I don't remember. I know he's... The first one he's in is the Evil Bong versus Ginger Dead Man.
I think he's in every other one after that.
Yeah, because that's what after. I think after that is when ginger weed becomes a thing. Cause it's like their love child.
I'm pretty sure I heard there's a scene between fucking Ginger Dead Man and an actual real life woman. So I just
Well, even then, like, as terrible as that is, it's like it's bad.
yeah, I know
bad
it's
on
trying to
purpose.
be more funny than funny
Yeah.
bad. Like I understand that. It's just
This isn't funny bad. Like it's not like, oh, fucking Pooh is fucking like going to the rave and like fucking hitting the Quan and then fucking chopping somebody's head off. This is like them saying, oh, fucking child abduction and fucking all this serious fucking shit, and then dude fucking blowing his own fucking brains out and like trying to have an emotional scene between Christopher Robin and Pooh. Like, what the fuck, man? They're trying to make something so stupid into something like into a serious like emotional fucking story, and it just does not work at all. Like, if in my opinion, if this is the route that they're going with these movies, I just say honestly they're not getting positive reviews.
no. 'Cause why would they?
Honestly, I think the better thing for them to do is to go the route of just trying to be like so bad that it's funny or whatever, because at least at that point you could be like, oh well, at least I get that they're trying to just be funny, or they're just trying to be like, oh, how outlandish can it get? But to try to add like serious like story and shit into it, just it because when you do that, like, you have to try to take it seriously when they try to add a serious story into it. And I think it would just be better for them to just be fucking stupid for the sake of it just being stupid. Like, if they made it a dumb, fun movie where, like, if this whole movie would have just been Pooh and Tigger and all the other characters just going around fucking slaughtering people the whole movie, just for utterly no fucking reason, yeah, it would have been stupid and probably bad, but at least it probably would have been entertaining. But because of just the dumb fucking explanation and story they try to give, I think that's what makes this movie even worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, like, I know this movie is gonna end up on the worst list somewhere this year. With these movies, it's just like, at some point, there's a reason why I hate bad movies, Devin. There's a big reason. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because if it could end up being like Ginger Dead Man, like, yeah, I've rated that negatively, but at least that's trying to be funny. At least that's trying to be funny, you know? I could give it that. I can't give that. I can't give stuff like the bad asylum horror movies that, because they're trying to be serious. They're trying to be dead-ass fucking serious. And that's why I hate some of these movies, man, because it's just like, you can't be serious with this dumb shit. You really can't.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some movies in my time, dude, but this is just, I can't.
I'm curious, like, if this is the route they're going, I'm curious what they're gonna do when it gets to the Poohniverse movie, if they're gonna actually try to give that some kind of serious, like, explanation of, like, whatever.
That makes me more scared for the Peter Pan one, because you're talking about how, it's going to involve kids. We already had abduction in this one, so I can only imagine. I feel
like they're gonna turn Peter Pan into a pedophile. That's what I think they're gonna do.
I really
They
don't
said
want to see that.
the fucking main character has to like save her brother from the clutches of Peter Pan. They didn't say from Peter Pan trying to kill him. They said from the clutches. So who knows what they're gonna make Peter Pan about in that? Do you think Captain Hook is gonna be a part of that in some way?
Captain Hook would probably be the hero, man.
The fucking apparently Tinkerbell is supposed to be a part of that too.
You know what makes this worse? I just said earlier that, you know, they can't do the Little Mermaid. I think there's mermaids in fucking Peter Pan. Fuck.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Oh god!
They're not like a big part of it, but like, fuck.
Oh god, I wonder what they would make them look like if this is how they made the Winnie the Pooh characters look.
I swear to God, I will strangle somebody.
Oh. But Jesus Christ, yeah, this movie is fucking bad. In my opinion, I think it was worse than the first one because, like I said, the first one was bad. It was so bad, but at least the story of it made a little bit more sense to where you could be like, this is dumb, but okay, I kind of get the story a little bit. This was like, this is dumb, and it makes absolutely no fucking sense. And the fact that they're trying to use child abduction and all this as like a story device is fucking appalling. Like, I don't know. And I feel like they're trying to turn Pooh into the next fucking horror icon with what they're fucking doing with him.
Yeah.
Like, they really feel like, I think they're the studio or whatever, they really think that Pooh is going to become like the new biggest like slasher icon and shit.
What really gets me is like they're treating it like that, but even around here, like there's like no theater around where I am that's playing this fucking movie. That was
That's
playing.
another thing too that I don't get, because even when I looked this movie up or whatever, like it said that it's only playing in like select theaters for a limited amount of time. So,
which I mean,
I don't understand.
That's what Terrifier does, but that makes more sense because, like, they're going off of like Kickstarter money. Like, Terrifier 2 went off fucking Kickstarter money and was crowdfunded. Same with Terrifier 1. This shit isn't crowdfunded, obviously.
Does this have a box office yet, do you think?
Probably. I mean, it's probably not even in theaters no more.
Let's see. Blood and Honey 2. Because I want to see if it does box office. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, so its all-time domestic box office is $533,144. Its all-time worldwide box office is that's so cursed. $666,497.
What was the budget? Can you tell me the budget?
Let me try to look it up. The budget. Okay, so they broke even and then got a little bit extra. The budget was around $500K.
They did not break even.
Well, because they made 533 box office.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they did not break even. Cause see, here's the thing, that might be a profit in our eyes, but I don't know if you know this. Of course, it doesn't have that much marketing, but I assure you, the marketing and the price to put it in theaters, they did not break even. There's no way.
Well, box office for the first movie was 5.2 million, so it
Yeah.
definitely is this. I guess this could be considered a flop.
It is considered a flop because that's the problem that recent Marvel movies have been having, because the Marvels was cost like with marketing and everything.
God, the budget for the first one was only 50 grand.
Oh Jesus! But
So that one definitely made bank, and that's the point I wanted to make. Also, that's why I wanted to look it up, because I had a hunch that the reason that the first movie made so much is because they sold that movie on interest, because I think most of the reason why that got so much box office and shit and so much fucking views and everything is because of just the curiosity of people being like, what the fuck is, like, are they gonna do for a Winnie the Pooh horror movie? So I think because they had that as their main selling point, that's what got people interested.
You know what
and
they did?
Because it was so bad, I think that's why people didn't return for the sequel.
You know what that's called? That's called Jason Blumming that shit.
Oh god. Well,
because you know what
they're doing with the Mickey Mouse horror movie. That's what they're doing with that right now.
Yeah. So basically, why I'm saying that they're Jason Blum that shit is because fucking Jason Blum has made a name off of doing movies with like $5 million budgets, putting them at PG-13, and getting bank.
Isn't that what he did with Truth or Dare?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That's what he did with most of his fucking movies. And the thing is, with movies nowadays, like I was saying, the Marvels, that's the problem the Marvels had, because it cost like $290 million. It made 400 and something million. With all the marketing and all that shit, it did not break even. So that's the problem that the second movie has, because it only got 100,000 more than its fucking budget. They overdid their budget.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing I'm thinking about is like because this performed so badly in the box office and shit, the fact that they're announcing all these other movies is kind of got me like, how are they even able to do this? Because it's making me think like, are they announcing like, oh, we're gonna do a Bambi horror movie and a Peter Pan horror movie and all this? Like, are they trying to like hope that people will be interested like they were for the first Winnie the Pooh movie to see what's gonna happen in those movies?
It could be, but I'm also kind of thinking they might be riding off the money from fucking the first movie, because the fact that they only really lost maybe fucking 100 grand on that movie with advertising and fucking putting it into theaters and shit, and along with the actual budget in general, if that's 5.2 million of the fucking, they probably still have a lot of money in the fucking bank still, unless they blew it, which I mean, that's their own fault if they blew it.
I don't know, because they're fucking announcing all kinds of shit. Like today, they fucking announced that they're making Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey action figures and shit that you can buy. So
that's another thing.
They have merch. They have DVDs.
Yeah,
like
that's another thing too. Fucking merch sales. I didn't even think of merch sales, because legit every time I go to Walmart, they have a steelbook section now, and I see the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey steelbook, which is cursed.
How much are they charging for it?
Like 20. Actually, I don't even think $20. I think it's actually like 40. This is a steelbook.
God damn.
Yeah, like every steelbook's like 30 to 40. So they're charging a pretty decent amount. And if they're making, why are they making action figures?
I don't know. I sent it in the group chat earlier. They have like a figure of Pooh. Hold on, let me fucking see if I can find it.
How early did you send it? Oh, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Why? Are they actually, like, are they gonna...
I don't know.
I wonder if it's actually gonna be in fucking stores.
I don't know. They 11 hours ago they said that a 4K steelbook version of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 is coming soon.
Well, that's probably going in fucking in the actual goddamn stores.
They're the business they're partnering with is Rush Collectibles, and they put a thing that says Rush Collectibles is proud to announce an action figure agreement with Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 trademark to bring the horrors of the 100-acre woods to the action figure world. So they have a legitimate like deal with a fucking toy company, I guess, to make these figures.
Oh, I mean, that's probably getting the money too, so I mean... Shit. You know I'd be stuck with these forever, man. Oh no.
If you see the way that they talk on Twitter, like, they talk like these movies are like the greatest fucking things ever, and like their whole Pooniverse is like, they are treating it like it's like on the same level as fucking the MCU and shit. How they're treating it. And they talk about like the first two Winnie the Pooh movies as like there's like fucking cinematic masterpieces and shit. Like, and if like people hate on them, they just don't really give a fuck.
Jesus.
Which is another thing, like, because they got so much fucking negative reviews from the first one, and now this one too, they come off as like, because they're announcing all this other stuff to me, they're coming off as like, they don't really give a fuck what people think about their movies, they just want to make it, just say fuck it. I don't know. Fucking... It's fucking cursed.
It comes off to me as like the director is like, as a kid was like a big fan of horror movies and like a big fan of Winnie the Pooh and like one of the fucking.
Damn, that's a lot for fucking. So someone put like a screenshot of them like getting tickets to go see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 at the fucking theater. So they went to the AMC theater and fucking they got 3 adult tickets and that shit was like $60, bro.
Oh yeah, that's why I go on Tuesdays. $6 for one person.
Well, it says AMC Studios discount for Tuesday, and it took off $30, so they still had to pay $21 for the tickets.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's for multiple people, but it's better priced than fucking goddamn
would
60.
you pay $21 to go watch this Austin?
Well, no. Obviously not.
Oh my god, they put a fucking gif of like a dude cooking at a grill, and they said we're cooking with these films.
There's obviously an audience, but like, I'm just not it. Dude, we're just not it.
Fucking, I wonder, like, what does it have on Rotten Tomatoes now?
Rotten Tomatoes, it has like from what last time I saw, it was like a 13, I think.
It has a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, well, that's surprisingly high.
It has 31 reviews. It has an 80% audience rating.
It has a 5.3 on IMDb. You can tell there's some fans on IMDb. Oh god, okay.
Yes, I agree with this person. Rebecca Johnson says, with a deeper story, more kills, and improved visuals, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 manages, okay, I don't agree with this part, to exceed expectations set out by the original. This is the part I agree with. However, it still takes itself far too seriously. The premise is begging for a bit of fun. That's the part I agree with.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive reviews.
There's a lot of positive reviews on IMDb too. I'm seeing 9 and 10s. What are you on about?
Fucking, oh my god, not Lee McCoy. He's fucking this horror YouTuber named Drum Dums. I used to watch him. I used to watch his fucking horror reviews. He reviewed this. He gave it a 7 out of 10. He said, this movie knows what it is. You can smell the honey, the blood, and the love for the slasher genre. It takes itself a bit too seriously at times, but the last act at the rave party is easily one of the coolest slasher buffets to come in a long while. Jesus.
The only, like, the...
Oh no, Cody Leach reviewed it too. He's another fucking horror YouTuber.
Oh, no, dude.
Cody Leach said Blood and Honey 2 is an improvement on every single level, but still falls a bit short of winning me over. A better story, better kills, and well-designed and entertaining monsters goes a long way. The tone is still too serious for such a wacky concept. Jesus Christ. I'm scared I'm gonna fucking see Jane's Age niece if I keep scrolling down. Oh nope, that's the end of the reviews. Jesus Christ.
See, that's just another reason I don't like fucking Rotten Tomatoes. There's so many... You know, at least with user reviews, you see the fucking... Yes, there's some fucking neckbeards, but you see the fucking actual site of what people think. I don't know. I used to be an IMDb reviewer, so I might be biased, but even then, there's still some delusional people on here giving it 10 out of 10s. So I don't know.
It has a 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah, I know. I was on there. It's. I don't know. There's some people hating on it, but then there's a lot of people liking it for some fucking reason because they're delusional. It's just not for me, man. And at this point, I know we're gonna have to... What?
No, I went to the fucking Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 fucking reviews. And fucking one of them's from Brad Jones.
Wait, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Hang on. There's no...
Here's his review. 59 seconds.
This is a lot better than the first. The makeup is better. The death scenes are better. It plays with the lore of the characters more. It isn't people running around a house and they attack a rave here. It's funnier without changing the tone of the first. There's still brutal kills played very straight. And with the first being a movie within this movie, they can retcon what they want. Which means it's more of a Five Nights at Freddy's mockbuster than their
Fuck off.
Freddy's Fridays. It still isn't great. There's bad CGI, visible strings on body parts, the lighting can be too dark sometimes, and this studio still has a dialogue problem. It isn't repetitive here, but it is dull. The acting is good. I like Christopher Robin, but a lot of characters are bland. I'll still give it a B because it's a step in the right direction and easily their best movie, considering most of them I haven't liked. Not that that matters, this one sets up a cinematic universe. Why not? I'm in.
That was Brad Jones's review. So there you go.
Great.
I don't know any of the other fucking people that are on this, but I just seen fucking Brad Jones and I was like, no, and then I clicked on it and it was him. So
I don't agree
he's
with him
not
whatsoever.
fucking. He's not known as the fucking cinema snob on here though. He's known as Stoned Gremlin Productions for some reason.
Oh yeah. I think it's kind of like. I think it's kind of like Channel Awesome, where like his channel is not Nostalgia Critic, but I don't know, or like Cinemassacre, like his videos are not like Cinemassacre reviews, it's more like AVGN most of the time. That's what he's known for. But I don't know. I know we're gonna have to fucking get to the other movies when they come out, and that scares me, Devon. So,
from what I'm seeing, I think the next one that's coming out is going to be Bambi the Reckoning, I think.
Great.
So, I think it's going to go Bambi the Reckoning, and then the Peter Pan one, and then the Pinocchio one, and then fucking Poohniverse next year, and then Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, I think. At least that's what it looks like if you look up the release dates, so.
Fuck if I know, man. Like, I just... this just sucked, dude. It sucked so bad. Like, I don't know. I guess my final thoughts before we end this, because this is getting... It's been over an hour at this point. It's almost as long as the fucking movie. But, fucking... This was a disaster. It was worse than the last one. And that's saying so goddamn much.
You know what's even more cursed? The fact that, like, both Cody Leach and fucking Drum Dums reviewed it, and they fucking have beef with each other.
Oh, Jesus.
Because they used to be fucking friends, and then they had a falling out. And fucking, yeah, fucking Drum Dums, like, I follow him on Twitter. He posts a lot of, like, really bad takes. He's one of those people that he loves Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So, yeah.
Can I ask how he feels about the Nightmare remake?
I actually don't know, because I haven't seen his review on it.
I don't even want to know.
Oh, I can look it up for you. And when it comes to Cody Leach, I was watching one of his videos, I think it was like last year, and he did like a Blu-ray collection video. Keep in mind the video was like 8 hours long.
Oh, YMS did one of those. YMS did one of those a couple years back.
Yeah, Cody Leach has like several thousand like Blu-rays. He has an entire room filled with nothing but Blu-rays. Yeah. I like Cody Leach though. He's a big Nightmare fan.
Okay. Yeah. I can respect that.
From what I remember, I think he fucking despises the remake.
Definitely respectable.
Nightmare 2010. Let's see what Drum Dum said about it. Did he even fucking... Oh, he reviewed it fucking 7 years ago.
I think there are other Nightmare movies that are hated possibly more than this one, but this one seems to get a lot of negativity. And I've watched this one 3 or 4 times. I just watched it again right before recording this, and I still like it. But I think
Oh no.
No, pause it. Just pause it. I'm not listening to him no more. I'm not listening to him no more. Instantly, never fucking. I don't. His opinion's not valid. His opinion's not valid on anything. Kill yourself. Genuinely.
Oh my god.
I never want to hear you speak an opinion from him ever again, because none of them are valid, ever. I don't care if it's Winnie the Pooh, I don't care if it's fucking goddamn any other terrible ass movie that he fucking reviews. I don't want to hear his opinion on anything else. Man said he fucking liked the Nightmare remake, he can go fuck himself.
Oh my fucking god.
Delusions, man, just straight up delusions.
I'm sending you some PNGs that you can use for your thumbnail.
I'm willing to bet he's a pedophile himself.
I'm pretty sure Drum Dums has kids.
CPS.
Oh, he's also, from when I remember watching his Halloween reviews, he's also a big fan of Halloween 6, specifically the producer's cut. And if you know about the producer's cut, that's the one where it's implied that fucking Michael raped Jamie and created an incest baby. So he's a big fan of that one.
Again, CPS.
I'm sending you a PNG of him and Cody Leach so you can see what Mr. Drum Dums looks like. And I'm sending you one of Brad Jones too, because might as well. God damn it, I don't have to sit here and cut out his fucking Brad Jones, whatever fucking like chair he's sitting on in this picture, it looks so old and crusty. I don't know why he's like sitting on this. It looks like this chair hasn't been sat in for like hundreds of years. Or that fucking Brad just like does not clean it. Like it looks like a fucking thrift store fucking couch, or like a couch that you'd see a hobo sleeping on.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm cutting it out of the photo. It looks so fucking ugly. Almost done. Alright. Let's send you these PNGs. Alright, so firstly, here is Cody Leach. That's what he looks like. And then secondly, this is what Drum Dums looks like.
Great, okay.
And then here's Brad.
Oh, he's the one with the Star Wars shirt on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a
Drum
pedo.
Dums. Oh my god. Cody Leach is the first one I sent. With the black shirt on.
He looks like a cool dude.
Did you see the Brad one?
Yes, I did.
You can use those.
They're gonna look even more cursed because I'm gonna fucking sit there and put in the filter that I use, so...
Oh god.
Cursed. But,
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's 3:30 in the morning, fucking hell.
yeah, I know. Fucking, this is almost an hour and a half long.
God, fucking damn.
Yeah, just, pain, dude, just pain. This movie was just terrible. And that's all I really have to say at this point. I feel like I'm gonna be even more deflated, like, when we get to the other movies in this universe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you'll have a bit of like a different reaction because if it's like Bambi and stuff, at least it'll be a break from fucking Pooh and Friends.
I guess. I don't know, but I'm not really gonna get too much of a break because then the next one's Peter Pan, and that's probably gonna be so pedo-ish.
Yeah.
That might be the worst of the bunch, dude. You can't. If that's the case, like, you can't. Especially with how serious they're taking these topics that are supposed to be like. It should be used in like a goofy sense or whatever. And horror-wise, like, I don't want to see that. That's disgusting. That's why I didn't like Nightmare 2010. What? Oh, he's a pedo. I mean, man, this just sucks, dude. All I gotta say, this just sucks. Do you have any other thoughts before we end this?
Just that this movie sucked. It was worse than the first one. Fucking the only enjoyable part was like the rave scene, which seems to be what a lot of people in the reviews were saying. A lot of people seem to be agreeing with what I'm saying of like most of the movie's boring, and then when it gets to them like actually slaughtering people at the end is when it starts getting entertaining. So, but besides that, I mean, I'm always like excited for bad movies just because I like bad movies, but I'll admit, like, I don't know if I want to see like more Winnie the Pooh at this point, unless they just go full and like have fun with it and stop trying to be so serious. Because like this one was kind of rough to get through because like a lot of the dialogue was just so long and just boring and shit. So, but
be honest, when it comes to the other ones, do you think you'd be willing to sit through those too? Because I know we're gonna have to at this point, but like, do you really want to see pedo Peter Pan?
I'm kind of curious how they're gonna execute it. Yeah.
Of course you are.
I just want to see how much of a disaster it's gonna be because I know it's not gonna be good. There's no.
I feel like there's gonna be so much controversy. I feel like the controversy is gonna be immeasurable.
Oh, you
if
know,
that's
it's
the
gonna be worse is if they make like action figures of it too. Like if their action figure deal goes like across the whole universe.
What's gonna be worse is if I feel like they go really far in these movies, and if they're gonna be serious with it, like, I don't want to have to give Nightmare 2010 the benefit of the doubt. I just hope they don't imply more, I guess. Because they obviously can't show that, but I hope they don't imply more. If that makes any sense, I guess. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just nervous for the rest of these movies, man. But fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we need sleep. So, thank you guys for watching our pain. Again. There's 2 more reviews of Season 2. One is something I said I was going to cover, Rebel Moon Part 2. And the finale is a giant fucking video, Austintheartist review, which will end out the season. And man, this sucked.
So Austin, when we do all these fucking movies in this fucking universe or whatever, like, are you gonna make like a big giant compilation of all the reviews?
I get it. Well, actually, it depends on how long they are. Because the first one was like an hour. This is like an hour and a half. Over an hour and a half now.
Yeah.
So it just really depends. I mean, I could try. Who fucking knows? But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.
Speed back.
Vai, Speedinho, vai.
Hurry back. Hurry back. Come on, turn me up.
Vai, Speedinho, vai.
I'm a young ass nigga with the 40 that just and I look like a gorilla. You a badass bitch.